Hey, you thinking of moving to Southern Nevada and now Henderson's come on your radar? You didn't realize how big it is, and now you gotta figure which of the 12 zip codes do I wanna live in. Today we are in a community that if you come and hang out here on a Saturday morning in May and go to the farmer's market, you might never leave. And on top of that, we're gonna show you all throughout this awesome, huge, sick house for a great deal on a beautiful day. So come on in and check it all out.
And it has a super unique feature.
We'll step inside today like Dr. Dre. Look at
Mind
this.
if I do?
Yeah, well, we're here today to show you not just, well, this house has 4 bedrooms. We're gonna tell you what it feels like to live here and why you might wanna move here. So stepping inside this gorgeous house, first thing I noticed is it could use a double door, but there's a reason it doesn't have that. But it is a nice 10-foot ceilings, light, bright, and airy, open concept, right? What else do you want? You got your drop station right here, so you can take your shoesies off, leave a suggestion box. I like my coffee made before I get up, just letting you know. I'm sure you'll take that into consideration.
And he likes every meal cooked for him too.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? And if you move here, you could go to a restaurant every day of the week and not have to repeat for a month. This house has an extra special feature that makes it so the living room and downstairs is not the biggest you're ever gonna see, but this is definitely not small. And I really like this house because it's nice and separated, but there's enough space still to like host a party, have family come in town, whatever you want to do. And you got enough room here for 7 people to watch another rewatch of Game of Thrones. Jon Snow may know nothing, but I know something, and I like the way this house is laid out. Even though it's kind of like one open floor plan, like you got your separate dining room here, all into the indoor-outdoor living space. Now, if you get closer to here, this backyard is pretty cool because like we are on a corner here and we're on a corner here.
I'm just looking across the back half of the house. There's so many windows. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely light, bright, and airy. I mean, I don't know what's with these curtains, but 8-foot tall door, you don't get that.
Yeah, that's a nice large slider.
They locked me out of here because I like to go in the backyard, but the way it's decked out, we have pavers and grass and all this stuff. So in reality, this will be open quite a bit of the time. If you're hosting or entertaining, or if it's like a 75-degree day like today, you could just be in and out.
Yep.
Hot tub in there.
And let's not forget the park is literally like right across the street over there.
Well, you can see it out there.
You can go to the pool, the heated pool year round.
This is a lovely kitchen. Like,
yeah, this kitchen's really
I
pretty.
really like the gray cabinets. I always did. You're not gonna get fingerprints and stuff on these. They're the shaker style, and then they're the 42-inch ones, so you get the extra height on there. This stone, whatever it is.
This is kind of like your Builder Basic quartz. It has like that speckle to it, and this backsplash
Chevron
is
pattern.
super pretty.
Stuff like this is really kind of what sets the builder apart here. And then back here, it's nice and wide, so you can have 2 people back here doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you're making your limes for your margarita party over here,
Yep.
you put the lime and the coconut.
Nice.
Only thing, OCD, you need counter depth fridge.
Yeah, that would be better there.
Because then you have all this flow. Like,
But
there's
these
a
are
lot
all
of flow.
matching GE appliances.
Storage is key here. So in Las Vegas, we have no basements. If you were gonna have an Ohio State football party and make a brisket, there's so much room for people everywhere and you wouldn't feel all
Yeah,
cluttered.
in here and out.
There's just good flow everywhere. I always feel like I'm jammed into a corner somewhere. That's how our house is. So in here, you have the double-sided Costco room
Oh yeah, this is a very spacious pantry.
with both sides.
Very nice.
I really like the flow of this house, but this is like 7 feet wide hallways, and you really don't get that everywhere. So coming down here, that's your entrance to the garage. Most people will park in there and come in, but over here you have your half bath. It all matches. All the cabinets and counters in the top and the house are the same.
Yes, that's a nice detail.
And a fun fact feature here is I have never seen a big coat closet like this.
Yeah, this is nice. You can definitely use it for more storage space than just coats.
Put your Christmas stuff in there.
Yeah.
Now over here is going to be an extra special feature that most homes don't have, and I'm going to pop that thing in at the end.
This is very wide, and the ceilings up here are nice and high.
So this is 5 bedrooms total, right?
Yes.
This is a house that you could have Home Alone style holidays and not lose Kevin, because it's huge and it's big and there's a lot of space. Well, let's start in the guest wing.
It was so funny, I forgot to laugh.
Yeah. These are huge. These are huge bedrooms.
Yes.
If you have a lot of kids, you could double them up.
Yeah, this is a very large bedroom.
Mountain views, park views. I like this lot. I mean, this is one of the biggest guest rooms I've seen. Let's make our way. We got our guest bath. Maybe not the biggest for this size of a house, but this bathroom gets the job done. So, oh, here's why. So here's another massive guest room. Counting down, that would probably be bedroom number 5, which is huge. This is big. It's not huge, but you have your front facing the park, facing the mountains, facing California, where you're coming from. And it's gorgeous. And it has a walk-in closet.
Sure is.
Mini walk-in, I guess.
Yeah, this is great. Have a walk-in closet in the guest room.
And why that bathroom is just the way it is because you have a Jack and Jill, or I like to call it the Bobby and the Sally Draper.
Ha ha.
Ha ha. And then over here, once again, this is really cool.
This is a very spacious bedroom.
These are huge. Like you could, like our 12-year-old daughter could be able to have her friends, hang out up here. Obviously she could use the loft, but you could have her sleepovers. I think this is a trundle bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could have the trundle open and have plenty of space.
Yeah, I like it.
This is great.
If you, like, let's just say you work from home. Let's say you live in Cali, work from home, you can move here, buy this house for what you're paying in taxes, put an office here, an office there, you know, your kids would have their own loft. And then check this out, like a big open like entranceway just to the bedroom.
Yeah, very nice.
And guess what? More storage. You're gonna need lots of space for towels and linens and blankets and stuff because you're gonna be having everybody here for Christmas or whatever. And then this room's cool. I like that they didn't make it too big. This would be the perfect video game room or movie theater or whatever.
Yeah, very nice.
Poker table, guitar room.
Foosball.
I mean, if you swing over here, Adrianne, you could, like, it just flows. Everything in this house flows. Because I mean, it just feels bigger. You know, it's upstairs, 9-10 foot ceilings. Usually they bring them down when you're upstairs. You got chalkboards, so if you're doing a lemonade stand, done deal already.
Yep.
And then over here you have a huge laundry room with more storage.
Oh yes, very
And
nice.
check out that hex flooring.
Yeah, I like this.
You just need more light in here. If you have a big family, this is what you need, a private getaway. And this is a huge private oasis, owner's master suite, whatever you want to call it. And it's huge.
Yeah, this is a great room.
Like the way it's laid out, you could still put your TV over here, have a little thing at the foot of the bed. And once again, mountain views. What else could you say about this room? I mean, these are huge, like end tables are like more like dressers.
Yeah, I mean, it's so spacious, it's tranquil, it's set apart from the guest rooms, which is huge.
I mean, here, honestly, like you could have everybody downstairs doing whatever. You know how it is. We had our family here, what, 2 years ago? 9 people in a 3-bedroom house.
Fun times.
It was great, right? But you start to crawl over each other. But here you can come get away, let them be down there, let them be in these other rooms, let them be in the loft. And you could have like different things going on all at once. So let's onward and upward into here. So I think this house is designed for hosting because there's places for linens and towels and such everywhere. California closets, custom dresser thing in the middle.
Yeah, this is a very spacious closet.
Yeah, huge.
Enough room to put an island in the center.
Oh yeah. And then in here, you have storage, matching cabinets, huge long thing here. You could fill this up full of sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah. Get a pet frog, whatever you want.
Yeah.
This still,
A terrarium.
I think I would want upgraded cabinets, countertops, I mean, but what are you
Well,
gonna do?
these, I mean, quartz. It's nice.
Yeah, I don't like them. I'm gonna be honest. There's a stripped view from the bathtub. So if you're standing here doing rub-a-dub-dub in the tub, you can see the stratosphere. And you know what? If I could fit in here, you could fit in here. Just take my word for it.
It's true.
I really am pissed that we bought a house with a small bathtub because I thought, oh, we'll just go in the hot tub, but it's just not the same. You can't go in the hot tub at 3 o'clock in the morning and crank it up. And then you have a shower, bare bones, but it's nice that they have a tall shower. You can put one that reaches out over your head. What do you think, Dr. Dre?
I think it's awesome.
Got a whole other house down here. Let's go check it out. I bring this up a lot, but I really like when the wall in the loft is high. I am 6'5". I hate when they're down here because I feel like I might fall over or the kids playing. This is nice, it's safe, it's wide. You can bring it up if you want to. And it really does give you the sound separation, which when you're watching your stories in the living room, I can't hear you up here or in the loft. Why you probably would buy this house is this extra special feature, which is another closet with a sprinkler in it.
Ooh, well, I thought that would be a little bigger than it actually is, but
That's
hey.
what you told me. And then look up in here.
Heyo.
Yeah. Check it out. It's another house. Casita.
Another house.
Laundry
A
room.
house and a house.
More storage.
Ooh, this is sweet. So you got your stackable right off the kitchen.
All right, this refrigerator does not fit this hole properly, so you need to change that. But what's nice is that in this casita, you have a full sink, everything matches, and you're gonna have this 5-in-1
Oh yeah, that's like their deluxe
air fryer,
ultimate.
microwave, like convection oven. So like you don't need to go in there unless you need to go in there. You could live completely separately in here. There's a whole other entrance.
You know, I do want to note though, this is close enough to the other kitchen where like this could almost be like your butler's pantry. If you're like having a big party,
Yeah.
you know, and need some prep space, like
Be perfect.
bring it.
I mean, you could put
Bring it all in
an
here.
actual table here. I mean, here's the thing. Some of these casitas are really just like a bedroom. This has enough room for a full sectional.
Yeah.
I mean, you could literally have somebody live here. You could have your own guests over, you know.
This is perfect for like a teenager or a college age kid.
I think it's a little too much for a teenager, but like a college age kid, maybe they could pay a little bit.
Yeah.
But they could have friends over without like being, oh, I'm 24 years old and I live with my mom, you know, like.
So you've got 3 separate living areas in this house, basically.
Yeah, plus the bedrooms are so big, you can all, you know, just do more in there.
Yeah.
Like, every time I see these 5-bedroom homes for sale, especially resale that were built like from 95 to 2010, the rooms are like 10 by 10. These rooms are like 15 by 20. It's crazy.
And I never got a view of like the front door.
So literally right across from the other front door is this.
Yep.
So you just come and go as you please. Like for us, we would probably make this an office with a bed in there, maybe a desk here, and then that way we could try to get my parents and my sister and my niece and Patty to come out. This is an invite if you ever watch this. And here's the problem though. This TV is about maxed out by the windows.
Yeah, this is like a bigger TV than they normally put.
It's like
I think it's bigger than the living room TV.
Well, it's got a full bath. And once again, everything matches. And then in here, this is not the biggest room. I would say like one person could definitely live in here. If you were a couple, it would be tight. But I don't know, if you're moving here from some small place in California by the beach, like it'd be just fine. We kind of take this for granted. But this makes the perfect space. Like you got a lot of options for it. So I kind of brought this up at the beginning and I haven't really talked about it, but let's go in the kitchen and talk about why people are choosing this community.
Okay.
As I teased in the beginning, like people are moving here from across the country, not just for the house, but you're gonna pick it for a community, and why you're picking a community is for the lifestyle. So to take it away is my beautiful bride to talk about why people are choosing Inspirada over other master plan communities in Las Vegas and Henderson.
So I think the biggest thing is it's a whole family vibe here. And I mean, there's a vibe for, you know, if you're single too.
I think 25 to 85 is the prime ages to live in Inspirada, because you see everybody.
You take it away.
I have some clients that were trying to figure out whether they're going to move here or Australia. Now they live in Orange County, and they're like Dana Point, they go to the piers and stuff like that all the time. So I set it up so first place on their tour was to get off the 15, get out of Inspirada, come into the main Aventura Park, and it was a Saturday, it was gorgeous. I believe it was November and still 80 degrees out. They rolled into a farmer's market, you know, walking around for exercise, walking with kids, walking with the dogs, people having mimosas, people going to the fitness center, and they fell in love immediately. They went and had a glass of wine at the little cafe, ordered some appetizers, and it was it.
See, he paints the picture. That's like, it's literally a vibe like I've never seen. And
Yeah.
we're from Ohio, so it really kind of gives us more of that Midwest family feel, friendly vibe. This is the community where you see tons of Halloween decorations. They do it up for trick or treat. They have block parties, you know, in the summer, everyone's at the pool, and there's multiple pools here, you know.
And they're all heated, which makes a big difference. There's a ton of parks here. We have a whole video on that, and I don't want to cut her off too much, but they're huge. I mean, each park has these huge pools that are heated which like you could still go swimming in September and October where other places you can't. Because this dry climate, which we'll talk about, it's just different for you.
So another thing, the schools are here. You have a couple charter schools and then Clark County schools. They're here in the community. So, you know, maybe your kids are in a position to where they can walk to school or ride their bikes. You know, it's truly that like everything's here in the community. And then sports, you know, there's ball fields here, there's volleyball courts, so everything is here.
There's sports that you can meet people even if you're not in sports. You can just be around shooting hoops or throwing a ball around and you're gonna meet people. Like it would be harder not to meet people living here than to be able to have 20 friends within your first 3 months.
Honestly, if you're a hermit, this community is not for you.
Yeah, like this, like people talk about Henderson and Summerlin. Well, this is one of those ones that this trumps almost every Summerlin community. And if you're looking dollar to dollar, it kills it. It knocks it out of the park. And you have all the same stuff.
You might be wondering, is the HOA fee really high for what you get? No, it's reasonable. It's about $100 a month. So
yeah. So if this sounds like somewhere you want to make home, just text us at the number below. We're going to reach out to you as soon as we're done filming for whatever day. And we're going to set up a one-to-one Zoom call between me and Adrian and your family and figure out like what's best for you. We're in this giant house. You might just have 3 people and you don't want all this extra stuff and extra costs, but we'll figure out about your family, where you work, what you got like to do on the weekends. And hey, like, is this gonna be your forever house? Is this gonna be a 5-year house? And we will take it from there as far as lending, moving trucks. Like we've done it all. We've helped hundreds of families relocate. So we look forward to hearing from you. And moving on, right now is just a great time to buy. Like we're in early 2026 and we'll see how long this lasts, but I've been here for 20 years and I've seen these little pockets of time when it's like, the market's going crazy, the market's going crazy. And by the time you get off your butt and call a realtor or whatever and do whatever, the deals are done, they're gone. I feel like right now is a time to do that. Like people are negative, things are not going so great, interest rates are higher than they were, but guess what? When you buy this house, right now, today, the interest rate on this on a conventional loan is going to be under 4%. Right now,
that's true.
Yeah, right now we're more like 6.5 to 7 as our standard rate. So you're talking hundreds, if not close to $1,000 a month off of what you're going to be paying. So on top of that, being a new build, you're going to have lower homeowners insurance because there's built-in sprinklers. Like it's the total package. I think you get $6,000 off your closing costs. And to kind of take it all home, I'm gonna have Adrian recap all the features of this house and talk about what this thing is gonna cost for this model and maybe some that might be being built.
We're in the model home. So again, we're in a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath home. You've got the next gen suite, which adds unlimited potential for investment opportunities. Let's say you really don't have a family member that you'd envision being here. Well, you could potentially rent out that next gen suite.
You're probably gonna get like $1,500 to $1,800 to $2,000 if you wanted to do that. Or let's say you wanna start traveling. You move your stuff in there, rent the main house, like you could do whatever.
Yeah.
Or you can take the wall, open it up and just have like a huge house. Like it's really cool. People have been asking for this and finally the builders are bringing them.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the best laid out next gen homes that we've seen. Grand total for square footage is 3335.
Honestly feels bigger than that.
Yes, it does. So again, we're in the model home, which has some great upgrades. This model home would be $825,000.
If it was in Summerlin, it would be.
Yes, it would be. And then they do have a quick move-in home, quick delivery, so we can close on that in the next 30 to 45 days. It's not as upgraded as this, but they're asking $789,000. So what a deal.
That's why you need to hit us up. The builders are reaching out to Adrian all the time. Here's the deal of the week, the deal of the day. We've been able to help lots of people get these crazy deals. Like sometimes it's $25,000 off, sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 4% interest rate versus whatever. Like, please reach out to us. We're here to do your entire home journey. We love to help people. We've been doing this for, I think, 13, 14 years now. And like I said, I've been all over the country. She moved here from Ohio. I've lived in Florida, Texas. Like, we know how it is. We know how it feels. We know like the things that we need to talk to you about and the things that we can do to help you out. So thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks for watching.